thank you very much for that update. You will be staying with us, of course, here on NewsX World. We will bring you all of those updates on tensions in the Middle East. But we now move to China-EU relations, and the European Parliament has sharply criticised China's recent export restrictions on rare earth minerals, accusing Beijing of leveraging its dominance over these critical resources to exert geopolitical pressure. The motion, which passed with 523 votes in favour to 75 votes against and 14 abstaining, demands China lift the restrictions, describing them as unjustified and coercive. China controls around 60% of global rare earth mining and produces 90% of the rare earth magnets used in technologies such as electric vehicles, wind turbines and military systems. In April, Beijing imposed new export licensing requirements, citing national security concerns, especially over the military applications of rare earths. In response, the Parliament has called on the European Union to boost its own rare earth mining and processing capabilities. This includes allocating specified budgets for domestic critical mineral projects and establishing strategic stockpiles to reduce dependence on China by 2030. This resolution comes ahead of a key EU-China summit where rare earths are expected to be a major topic. The outcome of these discussions could have lasting effects on global trade dynamics. Well, we'll head back to the Middle East now, but this time looking at Iran. Iranian activists Narges Mohammadi, who won the 2023 Nobel Peace Prize for her fight for women's and human rights in Iran, has reportedly received death threats from Tehran as per the Nobel Committee. Committee's chairman, Jorgen Wagner-Friedness, has said that he received an urgent call from Mohammadi where she mentioned about her life threats. As per Wagner, Mohammadi said on call that she has been indirectly and directly threatened with physical elimination by agents of the regime if she does not stop advocating for democracy and human rights. The committee has said that the threats were explicitly aimed at forcing the jailed activists to withdraw from all forms of public engagement within Iran and cease international advocacy or media appearances related to democracy, human rights and freedom of expression. The committee has now called on Iranian authorities to ensure the safety of Mohammadi and others facing similar threats. Well, Adrian Calamel, thank you for once again staying with us. What's the significance of threats like these, and what's the impact on campaigning and people that are standing up for what they believe in the face of potential oppression?
Well, this is a very complicated situation here because, yes, people have been assassinated in the streets of London, in the streets of Paris, in the streets of Vienna, in the streets of Geneva by the Islamic Republic. People have been kidnapped and taken back and put into prison. People have and then died in those prisons, like Jimmy Sharmad is a prime example, and then his body shipped back to West Germany. Just horrific incidents. So these should all be taken seriously. But I want to give everybody a little bit of caution about the Islamic Republic's playbook. I mean, what they do with an individual like Narges Mohammadi. She is really what you would call part of what the Islamic Republic uses as a kind of a faux opposition. And she's won the Nobel Laureate now, Nobel Peace Prize. She's being floated. I've heard one congressional member talk about her as the logical replacement for the Islamic Republic. But we need to look at her time in Evin prison and what she's been jailed for, and her time in the video that surfaced when she was in Evin prison. She wasn't a prisoner. She was basically under house arrest. She is a tool that the opposition uses to drum up to say that there is an opposition movement, but she really has not much of a following outside of her very inner circle, and most of the Iranian diaspora if you were to ask them about Mohammadi, would say that she doesn't represent the Iranian people. She's actually works part and parcel with the regime in one of their strategies to keep the West off balance.